Hello. Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Happy witching hour.
Happy Twitching hour.
Yeah. I hope everybody is doing well today. Let's see. Deadly Gigi on first. Bear, hello. Gigi Cogfly lunch. Yeah, it's very exciting. There's Nix. Nix has been working on Cogfly for the past few weeks. Very cool. Ooh, yeah. I need to use current version Cogfly and actually make resources for it and stuff. But it's so hard to like. Back when I made a ton of the currently existing like Hollow Knight resources, it was before I was streaming, and it's like one of the things I would do in my free time. But now a lot of times in my free time, I like to stream. So it's hard to find time to make resources because usually I'm either working or streaming. I don't know, maybe what I need to do is like pick a dedicated day to be off, like a streaming weekend day. Like, don't stream on some day. The problem with that is that that's gonna make me not want to play things. So like, there's gonna be times where I don't have the braining to work on like productive home stuff, but I also don't want to play things because I don't want to play things if I'm not streaming. Which is just terrible. It's very nice outside. It's like sun that's just hitting the trees. It looks good. I don't know. I can be productive, but I have to like I have to be in a very specific mental state to want to be productive at home. And I'm just not in that. Like, usually if I have a lot of days off in a row for some reason, like back when I had 3 days off almost every week, it was a lot easier to be productive on my days then, because like I would have one day to not be productive and then like 1 or 2 days to be productive, and like I don't know, it was just a lot easier to have productive home days. But in recent times, I've had, if I'm lucky, 2 days off in a week, but a lot of times like 1 day off in a week, so it's just a lot harder. I just looked at my schedule for next week, and I kind of like, I only have like 1 day off next week, kind of. Except not really, because I took tomorrow off. It's just tomorrow counts as next week for my schedule. So I do have 2 days off, but they're split days. And like both days that I have off, I already have plans for both days. Which means next week's gonna feel very exhausting. There's probably gonna be a lot of big big hops next week. Probably gonna be a lot of big hops. Oh. Next Tuesday, which is normally one of my like big long stream days. Next Tuesday, I won't be home most of the day. I don't know how much of the day I will be home. I probably won't stream though, unless I get home early. Like maybe we'll leave early and get home early. I don't know. We're going over to our friend's house that lives I mean, not like far away, but a little far away. Far enough that we don't see them very much anymore. Oh, we have a plan. Okay. I'm probably going to continue catching up, but I have a plan for how we start the day. If anyone's avoiding Blueprint spoilers, I'm sorry. I just now remembered. That we were supposed to not stay on the main menu today. Um, yeah, I saw Mio. Like, O is doing Mio. Colette is also starting Neo today, I think, right? Or tomorrow? Something like that. Which, in my humble opinion, is pretty fucked up. All these people starting Neo.
Yep.
What the hell? I can't watch anyone's anything. How am I gonna watch anyone's anything if everybody's playing Mio? Like, the least people could do is space out their Mio a little bit. Like, you know, Colette and or Oat. Maybe wait for the other one to be done before you start it. You know? Maybe just like the littlest of trying to space out games. This is true. Math has been doing skong. I appreciate math. I haven't actually consumed that much. So, like, I've watched a few people's first playthroughs of Silksong, but I haven't really watched very much anything else. And the reason is because I still... there's actually still, like, a lot of stuff in Silksong I don't know. So, I hesitate to say that I'm avoiding spoilers, but, like, I'm kind of avoiding spoilers. As silly as that is. I want to play more Silksong. Do these, like, case limits? I don't know. Oh my god, those son of a guns. They did it. The absolute mad lads. They actually did put me up here. I am actually far away from the house. That's so funny. And look at this. They didn't really account on you looking down at this perspective, so the mountains here are super, super low quality. Look at that. Look at that, like, super low poly, like, tree and rock there, because they didn't think you would actually be looking at that. That's so good. I'm so happy. Alright, I think we just wait, right? We decided that we were gonna have to wait here for some really long amount of time. Oh my god. 8:16. Is it like an hour? I think this is what we determined yesterday. It's like an hour. So here's the thing. We need the clock over here to match this one as far as I'm aware. I don't know what we do when they match, but I think that's what we need. So, yeah. It's chatting time. Yeah, we're just chatting. I saw a Cog fly there, and it made me remember I could down patch Kong. Now there's less lag spikes, and Blank is dead. I did see the coins. Yeah, we got some coins. Wait, is just like the current patch of Silksong really laggy for you, Bear? That's fascinating. Yeah, how's everyone's, what is today? Wednesday? Is it Wednesday, my dudes?
I believe so.
Yes, how's everyone's Wednesday going? For our own Wednesday, our Wednesday was pretty good. As if you're on Discord and you see the food channel, we spent the last few hours making kind of essentially like a little personal Thanksgiving thing. It's the cooked grub. You know, I saw Ender's comment and I was like thought at first that he was referring to like the food as grub. You know, it's food. You know, your grub. And then I clicked the picture and I understood. I was like, ah, I see, I see. The turkey breast does kind of look kind of grub shaped. I understand. We can post the thing tomorrow. It's true. It's true. Tomorrow is Thursday. Thursday, the one day a week where everyone can be loved. All other days? Nah. Nah. All other days, it's a cruel, dark world. But Thursdays? Thursdays are pretty good. Tomorrow is Torny's and my anniversary. So that's pretty exciting. We're gonna go. We always go get a crab related. I'm gonna say dinner because originally it was dinner, but for the last like 4 years, we've been doing it as like a lunch. Just because we like to go to restaurants at like unconventional times where they're very empty. Turns out it's a lot nicer to go to restaurants when they're basically empty. Gonna go get some tasty crab tomorrow, and then probably play stuff together. Maybe, I mean, heck, if Played Up is getting a patch, maybe Torny can convince me to play Played Up tomorrow. We could either that. Maybe we'll do some more Power Wash 2. I don't know. Well, yeah, tomorrow. I feel like at some point, I don't know when, but at some point we'll probably play a game together. One thing said it's doing a colorblind mode for the chairs. Are there different colors of chairs? Huh. I don't even remember that. Oh, is it the
colorblind icons to ghost chairs to show their status: active, disabled, and unreachable.
That makes sense. Yeah, I think that's good. Like, so part of my own colorblind issue is that there's a fairly large spectrum of colors that bleed into each other. It literally, so you know how there is a lot of games that like to have that kind of realistic look. It started. I think one of the first games to really popularize it was actually the first Gears of War. But it was also like a thing in the Dark Knight Batman movies, like this kind of like grittier, realistic, desaturated look, like where just things are a lot grayer, and usually a lot kind of muddier. There's a lot more browns. For a brief moment, I just looked at the clocks and I was thinking that we were like somehow way past the time, but we're not. We're still good. Anyway, my point is, one of my own big issues is when things are more desaturated and when there's just a lot more browns and stuff, like when the greens are kind of like a green brown, and then like, you know, you put wood floor, or like in the case of Played Up, I'm wondering if maybe the chairs are a shade of brown and the floor is brown, so that kind of thing. When you have things like that all happening, it suddenly all bleeds together and it becomes really difficult for me to see what's going on. Off the top of my head, I don't really remember it being a big deal in Played Up specifically, but if they were using like tints, like color tints or something to indicate something, it's very possible. I just never noticed. I could believe that. I've mentioned before, it's one of the reasons. So I used to play a lot of League of Legends, and when Dota 2 came out, I had a friend group that was like, "Oh, let's play Dota 2," and so we played Dota 2 for a bit, and I could understand the appeal of Dota 2 compared to League of Legends mechanically. There was a lot of mechanics, like basically every single character in Dota 2 feels like they're an absurdly powerful character. And kind of there's like a balance design where, because all of the characters are absurdly powerful in their own way, they balance out. You have to play way more carefully. You have to really like lean into whatever your way of being overpowered is, while being really aware of what everyone else can do, so you don't, get steamrolled by them being really powerful too. Leads to like some really interesting gameplay dynamics compared to like League of Legends, where everybody has a much more similar power like level, and like people that are stronger in one regard aren't really that much stronger than the other people in it. Like it's usually a little bit, like everyone's a little more balanced towards each other. That being said, I basically did not ever want to play Dota 2, because Dota 2 has this way more like realistic-y, grittier look, like a less stylized look, and it was really difficult for me to see anything that was going on in it ever. Like the trees blended in with the ground to me, the like characters, anything that was on the ground, which is like everyone like running around, basically were almost nearly invisible. Like I just could not see anyone. I really struggled to see stuff because everyone just really blurred together. Just a lot of visual muddiness. Meanwhile, League of Legends, everything is very stylized, very almost cartoony, and there's like a lot of thick outlines on foreground elements and stuff. A lot of visual aid to make sure that nothing bleeds together, and that's just great. Really, really helpful. All right, we're like halfway there. We're basically halfway there. Oh my gosh. So I was going to get, I think it was last night. I think it was either last night or it was early this morning. I noticed that a game was on sale on Steam, and I was gonna get it. And then by the time I actually opened up Steam on my computer today, it was no longer on sale. Oh heck, what was it? Sorry, Steam is recommending a game to me right now that's called "My Wife Threw Out My Card Collection, so I Bought the Dump to Find Them All." That's like the dumbest game title ever. It looks like you're literally searching through a dump to find a bunch of cards. It has very mixed reviews. I feel like this is probably like a shitty cash grab game, but it's fascinating. Here's what I was looking for. The AI tech. Every time I see a game with mixed reviews, one of the first things I go check is if it has the AI content tag. Nope. AI generated content disclosure. It looks like specifically AI was used to generate the initial music track, but then every song was remastered by a human. Technically, that's actually one of the things that who's that person that made all the free music?
Kevin MacLeod.
Yeah, Kevin MacLeod. So Kevin MacLeod, well known for making like an absurd amount of music over the years, and offering it for free. So you hear Kevin MacLeod's music in a ton of stuff. If you're in this stream, then you've probably heard Kevin MacLeod's music on Colette's stream, as Colette's nail music is by the nail art music that she plays is Kevin MacLeod. If you're a fan of Seth Bling uses Kevin MacLeod music. I mean, I've used Kevin MacLeod music in like every Game Jam game I've ever done.
It's free.
Yeah. Kevin MacLeod has put out a ton of stuff and literally has a strong personal belief that something like creative works, like music, should just be, like, once you put it out there, it should be for everyone to have. And honestly, I respect that. In recent years, Kevin MacLeod has said that he basically, since the development of like the strong music generation AI, he has played around with using music generation AI, and then he has covered the music it's come up with. And I'm like, that's, I don't know, which is what this game basically said that they did. I'm like, I don't know. I think the whole, he still like offers all that music. Like, it's a weird spot because when you look at it from his own standpoint, where he already believes that all music should just inherently be everyone's, you could kind of see that he probably would not really care about the whole kind of unethical sourcing, on account of, from his own perspective, music should always be everyone's anyway, and he puts, like, and he stands by that. His music he puts out for everyone. On the other hand, I still don't like, you know, the unethical sourcing to begin with. So, like, you know, I just figure probably won't use modern Kevin MacLeod music. Probably stick to older Kevin MacLeod music. But, fun fact, that the AI music also came up with Hollow Knight modding. Recently, there's a mod that got really popular called Boundless Infinity. Yeah, it might just be called Infinity. But it's basically a pure vessel mod. It's very cool. Honestly, it's a very cool mod overall. And it has this very catchy musical track. It turns out, found out a little later, that the mod creator did create the musical track strictly with AI music generation, which not ideal. But there are fans in the community. There are community, Hollow Knight community members that are fans of the mod, that since learning that, I guess have said they're gonna help them remake the music, so like a person's made it. But I think what they're doing is they're basically going to cover the song. It's also happened in Archipelago. Have you ever seen the Yahtzee Archipelago? There's a mascot for it. It was originally AI art, and then but it was made kind of back when a lot of people were making AI art as like a meme thing. And since then, they did have somebody professionally like draw the character. They did intentionally keep a kind of silly thing that the AI did in the art, which was like embed dice into, like, it's like a boat character that has oddly embedded dice in it, but they kept that because they were like, okay, I know this isn't something you'd normally see, but also it's kind of funny. Like having this boat with dice just embedded in it. It's not ideal, but at least it's a mod and not its own game. Yeah. there's there's an interesting thing. This actually came up a lot in Hollow Knight modding recently. The problem is that realistically, a lot of people that want to like create mods don't have a team. Like, it's not normal. Like a lot of people see, you know, a game like an Undertale or an Obra Dinn or something where like one person is very like jack of all trades and very prolific, and it's just they're able to do everything. That's not the norm. That should not be the norm. Realistically, yeah, it should not be expected to be a norm. Realistically, it's hard to have skills in so many things. That's very difficult. A lot of people's brains just don't work in a way to let everything make sense to them. So a lot of times you find, you know, one person's great at like coding, but is just terrible at like aesthetics. And one person might be really good at aesthetics and at art and stuff like that, but the idea of coding hurts them physically, right? So like, you know, a lot of indie game devs are groups of people, like 3 or 4 people, sometimes more, sometimes, you know, 2, like whatever. But they'll work together on these projects to come up with something that they all benefit from. You know, they all get like they all come up with this idea together, and one person works on the coding and another person works on the art. When you get into modding, you get into this weird space where a lot of times you have really small community spaces. You're not doing something as like a job. So a lot of times you'll get people that only know how to do one thing. You'll basically only get they only know how to do one thing, and then ideally they can find people who will help them do the rest of things. In Hollow Knight, for the most part, you'll have coding devs that create ideas, and then they ask, hey, is there anyone in the community that's willing to like create art for this thing? And a lot of times it works out, but other times it doesn't. And it's like there's been a lot of devs who've said, all right, well, you know, I cannot make this art, and if someone's not going to make art, like, I'd rather like generate art, kind of thing. Is that ideal? Not really. In other spaces you see it a lot more. In Hollow Knight it hasn't come up very, very often, because in Hollow Knight specifically there's a pretty strong like response to stuff like that. You do see it in like modding spaces in general though. Like if you look on modding websites and look at thumbnails for mods, you'll very quickly start to notice like people that have created mods and wanted to put art for them, so they just like generate a thumbnail. Does not particularly look great. Alright, Dwarf, it's your turn. I'm ripping a booster box. You're liable for how the pulls go. Is this magic? It's probably magic. What's the set? Seaburn, what's the set? Is it the current set? I don't know what the current set is right now. TBH. Wait, is it original Lorwyn? Oh god, newest set. Seaburn, I was like, what the hell? You got a box of OG Lorwyn? I forgot that Lorwyn like came back. I'm gonna be honest, the only thing I actually know about the comeback of Lorwyn is that some people were a little disappointed that they that like the fairy tribe wasn't really represented very well. It's kind of like a shout out to fairies, but not really like actually the fairy tribe again. But I think that's just part of the reality of them doing like not doing sets the way they used to, where it was 3, like a block was 3 sets. Nowadays they just do one-offs of things, and I think that just kind of leads to not really being able to have strong tribal support the way they used to. It's a lot easier to have a whole lot of fairies come out in a set when you have 3 sets to do it in. So, you know, if you put 10 in each one, that's suddenly 30 new fairies. Whereas if you put 30 in a one set, that's a lot of your card slots already used up. First time I saw this emote, I thought it was Worth eating a piece of lettuce. It's so funny. Yeah. At one point,
Oh.
I did not ping you so right. Sorry, I remembered that I needed to be in this room. Here, I can do it on my phone. Hi, Colette. I was just talking about how you and Oat are both going to be playing Neo, which only hurts my feelings a lot a bit, because now I can't be in either person's stream. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll eventually play Mio. I was originally going to play Mio like when I was done with Big Hops as my other game outside of Blueprints. But like so many people like started playing it. Like basically it has the Blueprints issue. Like I like to play indie games when they first come out to kind of like say, hey, there's this really cool like indie game. But if said indie game already catches on, then I would rather wait until everyone's done with their playthroughs and then, you know, have a place to hang out where people can watch somebody else's first playthrough. How do we do 16 in Roman numerals? XVI? XVI. I think it's XVI. Anyway, we're sitting in here doing just chatting. Also, to the people that just came in, I gotta show you something very funny. We put the tower. The tower is here. So we can actually see the house over there in the distance. And like similarly, you know, there's like woods over here. The funny part... Oh god, I thought we were at the right time. I was like, what the heck? The funny part is that they don't expect you to be able to look at these art assets from this close. So we have incredibly low resolution, broken, flat trees everywhere. And there's actually some rocks there that are broken and flat and low resolution. Because they just don't expect you to see them. So you're not normally this close to them. Anyway, I just thought that was funny. Anyway, we're back to staring right here. Don't mind me. But this isn't the right setup. This is the right setup. Oh my god, we're almost there. We only got like 10 minutes? 10 minutes left? I'm still working on that Discord announcement. One moment. One moment. There we go. Boom. Oh, are you... Wait, you're playing Mio because Oat's playing Mio? That's... Colette, shouldn't you wait for Oat to be done playing Mio before you play it? Dare drop. Isn't Dare drop like a free game thing? Oh yeah. Yeah, I know Ali used to do Dare drop. I've thought about it because on one hand, free games would be good. On the other hand, I like to leave reviews on games that I like, and if you get a game from a key, then I mean you still can leave a review, but your review is not like your score is not actually counted for your vote. Like basically you don't have the same impact on a game that you do if you didn't get it from a key. And and that's a very silly reason internally to not do it, but like, I don't know. I like my opinions mattering, dang it. All right. Just a little over 8 minutes. You were just talking to your partner about it? That's very funny. Also, Canis, I don't think I said GG 10 stream streak. I'm sorry. Canis. GG 10 stream streak. I wish I could get the stream streak messages to get read out by TTS. That would be fun. It would be even more fun if I could customize it to be their own thing. So like they explicitly got like a silly voice or something. If I don't complete the dare, they pull a Nintendo. I'm not sure what you mean by pull a Nintendo in that case, but no, you never need to complete a dare. But so the way dare drop works is so nothing. You get the key regardless. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to get the key, and then you're supposed to attempt to do the thing. If you don't successfully do it, it doesn't matter. Like, the reality is if you don't do it at all, it doesn't matter. You can just get keys. That's just not what you're supposed to do. And I think technically, if you never, like, streamed the things, you could probably get, like, excluded somehow from it. But, like, they mention in them, like if you go read Dare Drop stuff, it does mention you don't have to successfully do stuff. That's why a lot of them will actually give you a bonus for successfully doing it. Like, if you successfully do it, you usually get it's something in addition to the game. Alright. We're getting really close. So, what I'm not sure about... I'm not sure if I should stay up here, or if I should look down here. Like... I don't know. I think I should be up here, though, because the clue about this key, it literally says, high above the something, right? 10 o'clock, high above the something or other. So, I mean, if it says high above the something or other, then that, to me, says we need to be in the upper part. Like, is it gonna come from this? Where is it gonna come from? Is it just gonna fall on my head? Ah, God, the suspense. Is the whole thing gonna explode? I think it would be... If I can ever get myself into actually doing, like, certain things for certain days of the week, then I could see myself maybe doing, like, Dare Drop Dry Days or something, where I try out a new game from a Dare Drop, like, once a week. That seems like it could be a thing. I think my biggest problem with that, like, really, is that I already have, like, a backlog. I have a list of things I want to play in the year. And then, like, the exceptions I make for playing a new game, like, when it's a new indie game, I don't think I'm going to want to just do that on a Friday. I'm going to want to, like, play the game. Yoto! You know, we could use that snorkels to make a snorkels drive. I just want to take Torny's, like, drive wheel, and I want to apply it to lots of things.
I sent you the new...
Yeah, and I got to put work into animating it. You know how much of a pain in the butt it is to animate stuff?
I mean, can't you just use the same... I mean, is it still pretty visible?
Torny made a newer version of the steer frames. So there's two things I want to do when I remake Steer. One is that Steer has it's gonna have, like, probably more frames. So it'll be a little smoother instead of being as jerky. But two, the thing that I don't love about the current Steer is actually just that how, like, stiff it is. And Torny did bring up a good point. Most people's Steer emotes are like panic driving, like they're too shaky. Whereas we don't want this to be too shaky. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be like you.
Bad driving, yeah. But it's not panic.
Yes, it's like confidently bad driving.
It's an old person who can barely see over the dashboard.
Yeah. So, like, so I don't want it to convey a sense of panic, at least not as the driver. But I do want it to be less stiff. So the thing that I haven't done, I've actually edited the frames already to get the wheel, but I need to go and edit them to add some movement. Because I think what I want to do is have, like, maybe a slight swaying or something. That's what I haven't decided. Oh my god, we're almost there. We're less than 8 minutes. 4 minutes? I think we're at... Okay. T-minus 4 minutes. Alright. I swear to god, if something doesn't happen in 4 minutes, I'm going to cry. Let's see. Time is an illusion. That sounds like a video game character phrase. Like, you know, earlier I was talking about League of Legends. Zillion says a lot of things like that. Time is an illusion. I can't remember literally anything else Zillion says. Oh. I would pay $10 for a dwarf announcer voice pack. I could make a voice pack. I don't know what I would make a voice pack to, but it'd be pretty good. Time. Time is like an onion. It has layers. Clearly, I need to play some sort of, like, multiplayer, like, PvP game that lets me mod in voice packs, and then we'll make a voice pack. Time is like an ogre. It's an onion.
Steve, that is announcer voice.
But it's gotta announce something.
Well, I mean, like, you have Toad voice, and you could just have announcer voice. And then people could announce things in announcer voice.
See, but like, I don't know if I can, like, the problem is I don't have a consistent announcer voice. Announcer voice is just whatever my brain decides is announcer voice at that exact moment.
So, what if it... Who cares if it fluctuates?
Me? I care. Can I get a dwarf voice back for Space Marine 2? I don't know. Multi-kill. What are the kill streaks? So we got like is there an announcer for just a regular kill? I feel like games that have announcers don't usually have it. You start with double kill, right? Like first blood, double kill, triple kill, quadra kill, penta kill, genocide, kill streak, constantly killing, mowing down the opponents. No one's left. Like, what if you just started getting really grim with your... like,
Annihilate. Yeah, decimation. Annihilation. Last man standing.
salted earth. Just... gain the lead. 5 minutes remaining. But no, not actually. Okay, oh. We're at the time. We're at the time. No, we're at the time. We're at the time. Oh! 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 Oh!
Playing the game.
Oh! This is so exciting! Oh! What the fuck is this? Oh no! Oh no! Oh! Oh no!
Oh my god.
Oh no! I thought I was gonna get a key!
And each one has a note thing.
Each of these clocks should be set to a different time. 5 of these clocks should be set to a time ending on the hour. This is a lie. This clock's neighbors should both be set to a time containing a 7.
So like 7:30 and
Yeah. None of these clocks should be set to times that contain the numbers 1, 2, 3, or 4. This clock should be set to a time that contains the same 3 numbers of another clock, but in reverse order.
so it would be like 1:23 and 3:21.
Well, except they...
Yeah, but that's an example
Yeah.
of reverse order.
Yeah. Okay, let's read the lying notes. So, set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. Okay, so this clock must be all the same number.
Like 7.
So this has to be... Yeah, because this has to be containing 7s. So this needs to be all 7s.
Except there isn't a 7 in minutes. It only goes up to 6.
What?
So it would have...
We could just have 7... Oh, hours. 7... Alright, 7:35. That's 7:7. Set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. All the same number. You got hosed, no! Puzzle, get a puzzle. I love getting puzzles for puzzles. I just like... Should be set to a time containing a 7. If you can't have 777,
You could have 5s. All 5s.
well, that wouldn't make this true.
Yeah.
We'll leave it right there for the second. This clock should not be set on the hour, meaning ending in 00. So this clock should be set ending in 00. Okay. Oh! Handwritten notes on red are true. The clocks are positioned so that the times will go up in ascending order. Okay, so that is true. So we start at the lowest time, and then we'll go to the highest time. 3 numbers of another clock, but in reverse order. None of the clocks should contain 1, 2, 3, or 4. Well, that contains a 3. So we know that that's wrong if it contains a 3. How do we get 777? Do we just want, like, 707? As low as a time, the highest of times. Each of these clocks is a different time. Okay, 5 of these clocks should be a time ending on the hour. What if it's just 7, like, in general? Oh my god, I want to go backwards. Because that would still not be all different numbers. So that would be fine. Okay. If this is 7, these would need to be earlier than 7. So, I mean, this could just be... Well, just for an example, we'll put 765. So we'll put 5 o'clock here. Because we can adjust our examples later. And then we'll put 6 o'clock here. Okay, this clock's neighbor should be set to a time containing a 7. This clock should not be set on the hour. It means it should be set on the hour. Okay. Okay, we've run into an issue. So this clock must be 7. If this clock must be 7, then this one cannot be 7. So this clock needs to be something earlier than 7. And it needs to contain a 7. We need another rule to apply to this. It cannot have a 1, 2, 3, or 4. So it could be a 6. This clock. Another clock, but in reverse order. So a 6 would be allowed. And if that's a 6, then this could be a 5. Oh, we're on ads. I didn't mean to do that. We're gonna set this to 5:30 and we'll set the other one to 5. Oh, we went too far. And then we will take a short break for ads. Alright. Let's dwell on these clocks. If you've been here for the past hour, you might want to take a break too. B or B? All right. Welcome back from the break. Hope everyone's had time to think about these clocks, because I haven't. Okay. So, this is basically the gem boxes. We just have a standard logic puzzle that we just need to follow the rules with. So, each of these clocks should be a different time. Is that currently true? 5, 5:30, 6. Wait, we can't have a 3. None of these can be something 30 because we're not allowed to have a 3. I'm stupid. That's okay. Okay. So 5 is fine. You cannot be 5:30 though, because we can't have a 3. So you can be
550?
Yeah, you could be 5:50. That's fine. All right. So let's go finish making sure. So a different time. So 5, 5:50, 6, 1:30. You cannot be 1:30 because we still have multiple 1:30. So yeah, because they cannot have 1, 2, 3, or 4. So 6. But you can't be 6. This clock should be set to a time containing a 7. So you can be 6:07. Right? 6:07 is fine. Okay. This clock's neighbors containing 7. That's fine. So you could be 7. Nothing says that you're not allowed to be 7. Oh, I passed it again. Okay. You need to also have a 7. So you could be 7:07. Alright, that's fine. As of right now, I don't know of any rule that would prevent you... Oh, well, you know what? We need to have a bunch of them have. Okay, so you should be 8. 8. Hey. You could be 9. 9. Okay. You could be 10. Okay, now all of the clocks have a different time, which makes you true. 5 of these clocks must end on the hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's currently true. Good. This clock must be a time containing all different numbers. So, set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. Well, okay, we have a problem. You cannot be 6:07. So you must be 7:07. Okay. So that means you must go up by an hour. You must go up by an hour. Okay, 8:07. So you must go up by an hour. You must go up by an hour. You must go up by an hour. Okay? Alright. So you cannot be all different numbers. You are no longer all different numbers. Perfect. Okay. This clock's neighbors should be set to a time containing 7. You contain a 7. You contain a 7. That's good. This clock should not be set on the hour. Good. Wait. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. So okay, so we
swap those two?
Okay, so we are correct. We are correct. We have to make this not true. Because this is a lie. So set this clock to a time containing all different... So yeah, that's good. This is also a lie. Should not be, so that means it should. So this needs to be...
0, 0.
Okay, so this has to be 7. Like, this just has to be 7.
Which means the other one has to be...
Yeah. So... Oh god, what?
It says it should end on a double zero, right?
Yeah, so this one... Because this one says it should not, which means it's lying. Because it's a red one that's typed. So that means this has to go down. So this needs to be
7.
less than 7. So it can be 6.
And that could be 507?
So this...
No. It has to have a 7, right?
Yeah. How do we do that? This has to have a 7 in it.
Like 4? No, none of them can have 4, right?
Wait. So we can... Hold on. We can go... Like, we can't... Okay. I think I'm seeing what we can do here. We want to go lower without going too low, but the matching number can be in the other slot. The matching number doesn't have to be in the end. Okay, wait a second. This could be like... it could be like 227, and I think that would still be true. Like 337. Which would still be lower than this. And then this could be 2, this could be 1. Kind of thing. Yeah, that could be good. I think that should be set for timing on the hour. Okay. Or should we just go backwards with the hours? So we probably want to go up. There's no 67. There's a 57. So if we do that, then we're just going slightly lower than you. And we might need to get these even lower to fill some of those rules, but for right now, we'll do that. So there's 2 numbers that are the same, so they're not all different, but we still have a 7. Honestly, you still work as 550, actually. And you still work as 5. So that's all good. Okay. What are you laughing at?
Oh, that's what the clip was. So you like, it's time. Oh, if you go. But then you go, what the fuck is this?
Okay. So we need to real quick evaluate. Should be set to a different time. Don't watch like the audio only. 5 of them on the hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Currently we have 6 on the hour, but that's like a really easy fix, so I'm not too worried about it. Oh, right. Nothing can contain 1, 2, 3, or 4. Did we accidentally mess that up? No. Okay, that's why we have to stay above 4 o'clock, because we can't contain numbers lower. So 5, 557. Okay. Still good. We don't have 1, 2, 3, or 4. Alright. This clock should be ending on the hour, so this is 7. Okay. They can't contain 1, 2, 3, or 4, so that's still good. This clock should be set to a time that contains the same 3 numbers of another clock, but in reverse order. 7:55. Oh, wait. We could just go above 9, and we would be okay. You're 5:57. You can't be... Oh, crap. You cannot be 4:59. You can't be 5:59. We can only get rid of one of these clock. Okay. You can't be 7:07. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How do we end this? Oh my god, I have not been paying attention to chat. Hold on. So jealous of how the cats look. Yeah. Yeah, the Bjorto clip. 5:57. That's 5:57. There's a... I haven't actually listened to the clip. I just heard Torny cracking up over it. Very good. I'll have to listen to it later. What the fuck is this would make a good sound alert? I really need to remember to make sound alerts out of things. So many different O's that you can fit in a minute. It's true. Hi, Phoenix. Question, is the 12-hour a 12 or a 0 on these? Could be one or the other. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know. Let's see. Oh. It says 12. I don't know if it would count it as a 0, like, if this is kind of a like, it shows me 12, but I don't know if it would count it as 0, because it is both. Like, that's just how 12-hour clocks work. Six, 7. This. I mean, this has to be above 9 o'clock. So this could be 9 something. So this could be 9... Oh, 509 would be okay. Yeah. Yeah, 509 would be okay. So we're still 509, 557. We haven't lost a thingy, so we're still good. That's still good. 905, 905, 10. Clock should go up in ascending order. Is this not correct? Hold on. Each of these clocks should be a different time. 509, 557, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 10, 11. That's good. Okay. That's true. 5 of these clocks need to be set to a time ending on the hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's true. This clock, set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. So this cannot be all different numbers. This has to be containing the same numbers. Okay, we have some of the same numbers. We're good. This clock's neighbor should both be set to times containing a 7. Okay. Okay, alright, we're good. This clock should not be set on the hour, but this is a lying son of a gun. So good. We're making sure that's lying. None of these clocks should be set to times that contain the numbers 1, 2, 3, or 4. We don't have it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, no. No, no, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, no. What? Ooh. Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. None of the clocks. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. If that is true, we have to end at 9. Oh. Oh, my. Oh, my goodness. Okay. We have to get another clock to be blank. If we end this at 9, then I think we run out of slots. So this clock has to be 7. They're like literally this is one of the things that's gonna force the rest of this. This must be 7. Oh, okay. If that must be 7, then... We can't go any lower than 5, because then we'd have 4, and 4 is not allowed. 509. Well, this can be 8. This doesn't have to be 9. Hold on, wait a moment. This can be 8. This could be 805. So 508. Okay. Oh, let's go! Let's go! We got a key. We got a key, we got a key, we got a key, we got a key, we got a key. This is our key, this is our key. We got a key, that is my key. The key. Get out of here, goodbye game. I just want to point out, this is a run that we literally have not entered the... we have not entered the like building yet. This entire run has taken place so far in the hut. Hold on! Put the tower there! Wait a second! Hold on! Wait a moment!
Mystical magical power!
Hold on!
Zach,
Wait a moment. Wait a moment! I was standing up there! Where did you put the clock tower? It's there! The clock tower's there! Where did the game put it? I was up there! Okay, So here's the deal. My boat could be in one of like 2 places. So we're gonna go this way because I think that it's still in the other place. We're just gonna see how this works. I did put the clock tower outside, and it was very funny. We only drafted a single portal, yeah. We gotta see some really low poly stuff because the game doesn't expect you to be in the clock tower on the outside area. So it let us, yeah, it's our outer room. It let us stand in the top of it and look out, and we were looking out from the correct place, but it was notably like showing stuff incorrectly. No, I mean, it was showing things correctly. It's just because they don't expect you to be standing there in the sky. We saw like polygons that well, not polygons, like low poly images. Sorry, I'm excited. Do we have a key? Do we just take the next freebie? Like, we do know what the... I think we do. I feel like we take Fen Ares next, right? As much as I hate Fen Ares, I think that's the move. I think so. There's not another one that I would feel 100% confident I could just get. Like I feel like we probably could work out like one of these two. Those are going to be the hard ones. These four, I have no idea. Like, I think we know some colors, but we don't know like big brain stuff. This is just a freebie, though. We literally have the thing saved, so... Alright, let's pull out the notes. I thought music would play when we were here. There it is. All right, so squiggles, yeah. Oh god, I forgot that you change multiple things at once. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay. So we need to set... I think we need to set you first. So you are... yeah, so we need the 4. Not that 4. Not that 4. No, that's not 4. That's also not 4. Alright. We need that one. Okay.